I'm Raynah, and welcome to the Daily Mix. You know, we've got a great show for you today. We're going to learn about some delicious salsa, talk about toys, and so much more. So don't go anywhere. You want to stick around for this, right? But first, a new law is going into effect this Friday that's designated to help you protect yourself from identity theft. The Economic Growth Regulatory Relief and Consumer Protection Act will require the 3 credit reporting agencies to allow consumers to freeze and thaw their credit report for free. And because identity theft can happen to anyone at any age, the new law also allows parents to freeze their child's credit. Fraud alerts will also be extended, and identity theft victims will now have 7 years to place an alert on their report. You can learn more about protecting yourself from identity theft at identitytheft.gov. Do you have a childhood toy that you still hold dear to your heart? Or maybe your kids have a toy that ranks above all others. Well, maybe this will be the year that they make it into the Toy Hall of Fame. The National Toy Hall of Fame has announced the 12 finalists vying for a spot in the class of 2018. From the nostalgic, like the Fisher-Price Popcorn Popper, the Magic 8-Ball, and He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, to the modern American Doll and Tickle Me Elmo. This year's nominees were all chosen because of their ability to inspire people of all ages to learn, create, and discover through play. Also on this year's list are Chutes and Ladders, Pinball, The Sled, Tic-Tac-Toe, Tudor Electronic Football, Uno, and Chalk. Because who hasn't enjoyed playing with chalk? If your favorite isn't on the list, you still have a couple of days left to vote. Through September 19th, the public can cast their votes on the Player's Choice ballot at toyhalloffame.org. Mine were Baby Alive and the Easy Bake Oven. Anyways, okay, let's get to today's Daily Mix. Well, you may have noticed that the Cardinals have been on a hot streak lately, and some say it's all thanks to Matt Carpenter's secret salsa. Well, now is your chance to find out if Carpenter's Bueno Mojo salsa really does have magical powers. For a limited time, Schnucks will be carrying the coveted salsa, but you may need a little luck of your own on your side, because we've heard some stores have sold out pretty quickly. But Schnucks vows to do their best to keep the salsa coming. Carpenter personally worked with one of their top chefs to allow them to deliver the secret salsa to Cardinals fans across the region. And here's the best part. Schnucks is donating a portion of the proceeds to Cardinals Care, which helps improve the lives of children. I know I can't wait to taste that salsa because I love salsa. All right. Animal-owned Children and Family Services and the Missouri History Museum are coming together this weekend to host a very special evening to celebrate the life and legacy of renowned philanthropist and entrepreneur Annie Turnbow Malone. The Black Tie Gala will feature a special dinner theater performance by Jennings High School students. The students will be performing in a play based on Annie Malone's life. The Legacy Gala will take place this Saturday, September 22nd, from 5 to 10 p.m. at the Missouri History Museum. For more information, go to anniemalone.com. The annual Greater St. Louis Hispanic Festival is also this weekend. Hispanic Festival Inc. is turning up the heat with Hispanic folkloric dancers, over 70 booths and traditional Hispanic games and crafts at the Los Niños Kids Corner. Live Latino bands will be playing a variety of music on the concert stage, and an array of food and drinks from South America will be available at the Cultural Village. New this year, Friday night is Havana Night, celebrating everything unique in Cuban culture. Another new addition is the Taste of South American Cuisine, a chef presentation on the main stage. Other things to look forward to include the car cruise on Sunday, inflatable rides, a petting zoo, and a mechanical bull. There's a lot going on all weekend, so head out to Soulard Park to take part in the largest Hispanic celebration in the St. Louis area. They'll be there Friday night through Sunday. You can find all the details on Facebook or at HispanicFestivalSTL.com. The New American Road Trip will be stopping in St. Louis this Friday. This electronic vehicle tour across America is highlighting the stories of the people, cities, and technologies that are changing our country's energy future. Along the nearly 3,000-mile journey, marquee events are being held in Las Vegas, Boulder, St. Louis, and Pittsburgh, and a total of $40,000 is being awarded to local innovators addressing climate change in their communities. $10,000 of that money will be awarded right here in St. Louis during Friday's event. During the event, there will also be a chance to review, ride, and drive electronic vehicles. The tour makes its St. Louis stop at 5 p.m. this Friday, September 21st, at the Cortex Commons. The event is free and open to the public, and you can find more by visiting newamericanroadtrip.com. When the road trip makes its stop in St. Louis, it may be hard to find a parking space. It may make finding a parking space a bit unusual, that is, because Friday is parking day. What's that, you may ask? Well, it's a global event that takes place on the third Friday of September every year. Citizens, artists, and other groups come together to transform metered parking spaces into temporary public spaces. It all began in San Francisco in 2005 when a group of architects rented a parking space to set up a mini park. In 2011, St. Louis joined the over 160 cities across the world and has been celebrating ever since. In addition to parks, spaces has been rented out to all kinds of creative displays, from performance spaces and art galleries to outdoor classrooms and refreshment stands. The goal of Parking Day is to take a look at how we use public spaces and explore new ways to interact with our city. So keep an eye out this Friday and see what kind of cool displays you'll find throughout St. Louis. You can learn more about Parking Day STL 2018 at parklouis.com. If a disaster were to strike, would you be prepared? September is National Preparedness Month, and this year's theme is Disasters Happen, Prepare Now, Learn How. There are lots of different things you can do to prepare. Take time to learn life-saving skills like first aid and CPR. Check your insurance coverage for hazards like floods, earthquakes, and tornadoes, and make sure you know how to shut off your water and gas. You can find even more great tips to get prepared by visiting ready.gov. If you're a MetroLink rider, you may have noticed a new look at your station. That's because the citizens from Modern Transit and Metro Transit are conducting a special pilot project to survey the impact of MetroLink station designs and passenger movement. The MetroLink Access Project will run for about 4 weeks at North Hanley, Forest Park, De Bolivar, and Fairview Heights MetroLink stations. Temporary fencing has been put in place at these locations to alter how riders access the station platforms. Each station has designated entrance and exit areas, and riders are asked to follow the signs to help out and cut down on delays. Riders are also asked to have their passes, tickets, and fares ready as they arrive, since security and public safety officers will be checking fares and monitoring passengers. You can learn more about the pilot project at metrostlouis.com. hopcat.org. This Sunday, the Ethical Society of Police is hosting a Cigar social fundraiser to benefit Officer Milton Green. Officer Green's police career ended last year when he was shot by another officer while assisting an arrest. Donations and proceeds from the fundraiser will help Officer Green support his family and meet his children's needs. The fundraiser will feature cigar specials, a 50-50 raffle, auction, and live painting by Micah Shelton. Montrese will also donate up to 15% of food and beverage and cigar sales. It all takes place this Sunday, September 23rd at Montrese Cigar Lounge in Ferguson from 1 to 6 p.m. For more information, you can call 314-478-8140 or email admin@esopstl.org. Did you know there's a new restaurant and craft bar in Delmar Loop? The new HopCat location features over 8,000 square feet of seating for 245 guests, an outdoor beer garden that seats 100, and an event space. Noble Construction completed construction on the $2 million project, which included renovating the historic building. HopCat was founded 10 years ago in Michigan and has now grown to 17 locations across the U.S. St. Louis HopCat features more than 40 craft beers and ciders daily, and they're made right here in Missouri. You can check them out on the Loop or online at hopcat.com. Downtown will be a bit darker the next couple of weeks. That's because it's lights out at the Gateway Arch. And the reason why? Well, it's for the birds. No, really, it's the peak of bird migration season, and so the arch is turning out its lights so they don't disorient the birds flying south at night. They've actually been doing this for the past 17 years. The lights will be turned back on nightly at 7 o'clock starting October 1st. And those lights, they recently got an upgrade. 44 outdated fixtures were replaced with 28 new ones that are more energy efficient and focus more light on the arch's legs. Of course, you can always keep up with the latest at the Gateway Arch by following them on social media and at arch.org. BookFest St. Louis returns to the Central West End this weekend. Dozens of local, regional, and national authors will come together for this celebration of literary arts. Festival goers can enjoy author presentations, panel discussions, book signings, and family-friendly activities throughout the day. This year's event kicks off with an evening with Sally Field. The 3-time Emmy Award winner will discuss her new memoir, In Pieces. 5 years in the making, the book tells her story of being a famous woman in the last half of the 20th century. The festival continues on Saturday with an array of events and presentations throughout the day. You can find the full schedule, including specific locations, at bookfeststl.com. Calling all barbecue lovers, this weekend downtown is the place you will want to be. Q and the Lou is doing it again. They've assembled some of the world's most renowned pitmasters to serve up over 18,000 pounds of the best barbecue around. And Q and the Lou sure knows how to throw a party. While getting your barbecue fix, you can enjoy some nice cold beverages and killer tunes from an awesome lineup of live bands. The event is free, but barbecue, beer, and VIP experiences will be available for purchase. And if you're a MasterCard card holder, you can even be selected to win priceless moments at the Q. Q and the Lou kicks off this Friday, September 21st, and runs through Sunday, and it's all happening downtown at Keener Plaza. Check them out at qandthelou.com for more information. That's it for the Daily Mix. Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, and Instagram, and drop us a line at thedailymix@stl.net. We want to hear from you. In the meantime, keep it right here on STL TV and experience St. Louis.